Southern Illinois took both games yesterday by the scores of 2-0 and 9-0. A run rule in that final one. Just some wrapping up the stats for you yesterday. In the first game, it was Cassidy Scoggins getting the win with 6 shutout innings. Ashley Hamby came in and pitched an inning to get the save. Leading the way in that game with an RBI triple was Alicia Garza, the freshman second baseman. Katie Wilson also went 2 for 3 in the game for the Salukis. And Jamie Walmsley chipped in an RBI single in the 6th inning to seal the win. And in the second game, not quite as close for the Salukis and the Braves. Salukis took it 9-0 on the strength of a 6-run second and a 3rd-run third inning as they got to the pitchers early and often of Bradley. Leading the way in that game was Lauren Haas, who had 2 RBIs, as well as Jamie Walmsley, who hit a 2-run home run to go along with, let's see, Becky Wegman also went 1 for 2 in that game. Katie Schmidt 1 for 1. Alicia Garza also had another stellar game with the hit. Crystal Stein came in and pinch hit with a 2-run triple, and Amanda Clifton had an RBI single. So pretty much everything hitting-wise went the right way for the Salukis in that one. Ashley Hamby pitched a 1-hit shutout in 5 innings, striking out 10 in that one. Some quick other scores from the Missouri Valley Conference from yesterday's games to report to you. Creighton took the first 2 of Missouri State, 1-0 and 10-2. We'll get back to those in a little bit as we're about ready to get set to play. Leading off for Bradley is Miriam Wegman, their catcher, who is the younger sister of Saluki shortstop Becky Wegman. And the first pitch on the way is low and in the dirt. Cassidy Scoggins doing the pitching for the Salukis today. She pitched a stellar 6-inning game yesterday, gave up 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, and struck out 9. Hoping to have a repeat performance like that today. And the second pitch catches the outside corner for a strike, 1-1 the count. Following Wegman in the order is Cooney, the center fielder, Wilson, the second baseman, Musgrove, the first baseman, Kalalewski, the right fielder, Bakora, the third baseman, as that pitch is fouled behind home plate, and the count quickly to 1-2. But Meister, the shortstop, will follow Bakora. Clack, the designated player, will hit 8th, and Ramsey, the left fielder, will hit 9th. And Birdsong, who had a pretty solid outing in the 2-0 loss yesterday, will once again take the mound for the Braves as that pitch is fouled behind home plate. Staying alive is Wegman, count at 1-2 still. The lineup for your Southern Illinois Salukis, batting first and playing second base is Alicia Garza. The left fielder is Tiffany Dismore. She'll hit second. Lauren Haas in her traditional 3-hole spot, playing first base. Amanda Clifton hitting cleanup and doing the catching as that pitch is smashed down the line, but well foul. Count once again remains 1-2. Good job by Wegman again to stay alive. After Clifton comes Katie Wilson playing right field and hitting 5th. The 6th hitter will be Katie Wagner playing third base. Jamie Walmsley, the designated player, is going to hit 7th as that pitch is a little bit high for a ball. Count even at 2-2. Becky Wegman, the aforementioned older sister of Bradley Brave catcher Miriam Wegman, will hit 8th and play shortstop. And the 9-hitter Crystal Stein playing center field. That pitch sails high and outside. Full count 3-2. And of course Cassidy Scoggins doing the pitching for the Salukis. Scoggins' ERA on the year now down to 2.16. She brought it down about 0.2 yesterday with her 6 shutout innings. That ball is shot deep into center field, but she got under it a little bit too much, and settling under it on the warning track is Crystal Stein. So very good contact. Wegman got all of it, but hit to a deep part of the ballpark and got under it, and just allowed Crystal Stein to settle under it for a long flyout. And there's one away here in the top of the first. That will bring up the number 2 hitter, Cooney, one of the 2 seniors on this Bradley Brave team. And the wind and the pitch from Scoggins, swing and a miss by Cooney, and the count quickly 0-1. The Salukis, of course, are coached by Carrie Blaylock, and her former assistant, second-year head coach of Bradley is Buddy Foster. That pitch is swung on and missed once again for strike 2, count quickly to 0-2. Buddy Foster and Carrie Blaylock meeting for the first time as rival coaches yesterday. Their series in Buddy's first year was rained out, but he is here today, and the Salukis handed him 2 defeats. Salukis moved to 8-0 yesterday in conference opening games and continued that with a solid win. Southern Illinois comes into this game 20-6 overall, 2-0 in Missouri Valley Conference play. Bradley coming in 11-5 and 0-2 in conference play as that pitch just misses for a ball, 1-2 the count. Scoggins looks in and gets the signs from Clifton. Ball settle in, showing bunt is Cooney. She pulls back, and here's the 1-2 delivery, grounded to third. There's Wagner, throws across in plenty of time to Lauren Haas, and there are 2 down here in the top of the first. Good job there. A quick hop, but Katie Wagner had no problems handling it, and there are 2 away. Now coming to plate is Wilson, perhaps the one solid hitter yesterday for Bradley, in which they got just 5 hits in the 2 games combined. She had 2 of them, going 2 for 5 in the game yesterday for an average of 400. And here's the pitch from Scoggins, swing and a miss. A lot of heat on that one, and Scoggins just blew that by Wilson. Interestingly enough, though, 4 of those 5 hits for Bradley were doubles, and the other was a single. So they seem to be swinging for power a lot, or when they, at least when they got the bat on the ball, it seemed to carry a long way. But strikeouts were a big problem yesterday for Bradley, as there's a swing and a miss for strike 2. As between the 2 games, there were 21 strikeouts there, surprisingly high number. Ashley Hamby struck out 12 in just 6 innings of work, and Scoggins struck out 9 in her 6 innings. And here's the 0-2 pitch, and that's outside. Try to get Wilson to chase, but Wilson took that all the way, and it's ball 1-2. Just a reminder, everyone, this game being shown on Saluki Vision. Got a little bit of a new setup this year. It's not just the single camera action you might be used to seeing on live video web streams. There are actually 4 cameras in use to give you a better overall view. A swing and a miss by Wilson, and she is down. So the Salukis get them 1, 2, 3, and we're going to head to the bottom of the first with the score 0-0. Salukis coming up. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Charlotte West Stadium. Just about ready to start the bottom of the first here. Salukis coming up to bat for the first time today, and leading it off for Southern Illinois will be Alicia Garza, coming in sporting an average over 380. She had a couple of big hits yesterday, including an RBI triple, one of the 2 RBIs in the 2-0 win against Birdsong yesterday. She'll be looking to repeat her success as she takes the first pitch a little bit high for a ball. Garza, of short stature, it's very hard to pitch her strikes up and down wise, and that allows her to get some good pitches there to hit, and she's certainly done a great job thus far in her first year for Southern, as she takes the 1-0 pitch and it just glances off her bat and will go behind the plate, foul, 1-1. Once again, this game brought to you by Saluki Vision. Thad Jackson running the show this year, and he's moved it to a 4-camera setup to better enable you to see all the action. You can sign up for Saluki Vision on the Athletics website. You can also get Saluki Vision to watch men's and women's basketball as well as football. And of course, if you want to send us comments or criticisms or anything of that nature, let us know how we're doing. Send it out to SIU Softball 2007 at yahoo.com. We'll appreciate all the emails we get from all of our listeners across the United States. And 1-2 pitch, sails outside for 2-2. As Garza working the count as always. Birdsong a little bit more deliberate, it looks like, today than she was in the first game. She worked pretty quickly early on in the first game yesterday, but today slowing things down a little bit. And here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Garza gets a piece of that and fouls it back, stays alive. Count still even at 2-2. Garza went 2 for 6 combined in the 2 games yesterday, I believe. And she had a triple and a single, a couple runs scored, and that big RBI, of course, in the game 1 of this doubleheader that was played yesterday. And the 2-2 count, and here's the pitch just inside, as Garza had a great eye there. That pitch was very, very close to being called strike 3, but Garza let it go by, and she gets the call and works the count full. It's behind 1-2, now count is full, 3-2 on Alicia, and let's see if she can get a pitch to hit here. Pitch on the way, and does a great job slapping at the ball and fouls it out of play behind the first, down the first baseline, and she'll do it all again, 3-2. No easy at-bats in the Saluki lineup. Even if you get them out eventually, they will make you work for every strike and every out. You don't get anything free. And the 3-2 pitch on the way inside, and Garza's aboard with the leadoff walk. Good job to work the count from 1-2, and now she's aboard. First runner board for the game, and that'll bring up Tiffany Dismore for Southern Illinois. Dismore did not record a hit yesterday. However, she did record an RBI by a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, and also scored a run as she lays down a bunt, and that'll move the runner over. Throw just in time to beat Dismore first, but she does the damage, and Garza is over in scoring position with one away for the three-hitter, Lauren Haas. Lauren Haas had a very good couple of games yesterday, especially that second one where she lined a pitch. Probably the hardest ball you'll see hit all year, and it's fortunate for Bradley it did not clear the fence simply because it didn't have the height. It rocketed off the top of the left field wall for a 2-run double, and she is here trying to drive in yet another run. Swings and drives that one up the middle for a base hit, and they're going to wave the runner home. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's cut off, and she is safe. She got the plate. Looked like she barely got the plate, but Garza with an extremely good slide around Wegman at home plate. And Haas is in with the leadoff double, as that was an awfully close play at the plate. Marion Wegman did a pretty good job of blocking off the plate, but Garza did a good job to slide around the tag of Wegman, and the aggressive base running call of Coach Blaylock over there, she's coaching the third base, pays dividends, and the Salukis strike early once again as they take a 1-0 lead, courtesy of the RBI hit by Lauren Haas. Lauren now with 3 RBIs in this series. Leads tied for the team lead now in RBIs during conference play with Jamie Wamsley, as now Amanda Clifton steps in and takes a pitch inside and a little bit tight. 4-1, 1-0 count on the senior catcher. Clifton went 1 for 4 in the 2 games yesterday and also had an RBI in that 9-0 game. She'd love to drive in another run here. She takes a pitch high, caught the strike zone there for a strike. 1-1 the count on AC. She's fondly known by her coaches and teammates. She's been a big contributor over the years for the Saluki program and is certainly having a solid start to her senior year. 1-1 pitch on the way to Clifton, and she pops it up. Just a little bit of a flare, got under it. A little bit of a bad break for Amanda, and she is retired 2 away here in the bottom of the first with the runner on second, and that will bring up Katie Wilson, the freshman stud, who certainly didn't slow down yesterday at all. She had a couple of hits, a couple of runs, and stole a base. She is tied for the team lead in RBIs, leads them in home runs, leads them in stolen bases, and she had maybe the highlight defensive reel of the season for the Salukis as she gets that one to flare out. Great diving play by the second baseman there. That is Elizabeth Wilson, one of their senior leaders, and she makes a great diving play on a little bit of a flare, and Katie Wilson is retired, but not before the Salukis strike. They take a 1-0 lead as Alicia Garza reached on a leadoff walk, and Lauren Haas knocked her in with an RBI base hit, and the Salukis will take a 1-0 lead into the second. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Back at a beautiful sunny day here at Charlotte West Stadium. 1-0 the score for the Salukis as they picked up a run in the bottom of the first there off the RBI single by Lauren Haas. That pitch from Scoggins misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. As stepping up to the plate for the Bradley Braves is their four-hitter Musgrove, their first baseman. And the second pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. Good job nibbling at the corners by Scoggins, the senior standout pitcher from Oklahoma. And the second pitch, the 1-1 pitch is across for a strike, nibbling at that corner once again. She's got great location so far today, as her confidence has certainly improved from the beginning of the year when she had problems hitting the spots at times, but not lately as she gets it again. 3 straight pitches at the exact same spot, and you can send her down. That is strike 3, second strikeout for Scoggins in the game. And there's one away here in the top of the second inning. And that'll bring up Kowalewski for Bradley as she takes the first pitch outside for a ball. She had some good success against Scoggins yesterday, lined a double over the center fielder's head and had some good contact in it, and she certainly gave Scoggins problems yesterday as she fouls that one back. Count goes to 1-1. Scoggins working very quickly as she always does. And she'll get set here. Scoggins takes her time this time, but now she's set and we're ready to resume play, and she'll get the signs from Amanda. And the 1-1 pitch on the way, well outside and in the dirt. No problems taken there from Kowalewski, and it will be a 2-1 count now on the Bradley right fielder. And now the 2-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Good pitch right there by Scoggins. That was out of the reach of Kowalewski as she swung at that, but missed everything, and the count now even at 2-2. Scoggins works quickly. Here's the 2-2 pitch as Kowalewski gets a piece of that and fouls it over the Saluki dugout out of play. Count stays at 2-2. Scoggins looks in, stares, gets the sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch just outside for ball 3. Count now full. Good job by Kowalewski to take those pitches. Lay off the outside pitches there, and the count now 3-2. Here's Scoggins, full count delivery, swing and a miss by Kowalewski, and that's 3 straight retired by strikeouts, 2 in this inning, as Scoggins is certainly starting to roll, as that is out number 2 of the top of the second inning. 3 out of the 5 outs retired by strikeouts now, and we'll see how Scoggins does now faring against the 6-hitter. That pitch goes outside, the 6-hitter being Bakora, the third baseman. Bakora had a bit of a rough game yesterday. Rough day yesterday. She struck out in every single at bat she had. However, she did hit some monstrous foul balls, and so she can certainly put a bat on the ball. She just wasn't able to put it into play yesterday. She takes a cut at the 1-0 pitch, misses, and count 1-1. Scoggins trying to get these Salukis out quickly here. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Caught the outside corner. That was very close, but it caught it. And the count now 1-2. And Scoggins is a strike away from striking out the side and making it 4 straight retired by strikeout. And here's the 1-2 pitch on the way outside. Thought about chasing was Bakora, but good eye to lay off, and the count is even at 2-2. 2-2 pitch on the way from Cassidy. Swung on and got a little bit of a piece of that in on the hands of Bakora, but she does a good job to fight it off and stay alive here at 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the second. No runners aboard as the Salukis hold a 1-0 lead over Bradley. Cassidy gets the signs, and here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and she strikes out the side. Cassidy's working out. That's 4 straight strikeouts. We're going to go to the bottom of the second as the Salukis still lead 1-0. And welcome back to Charlotte West Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, here as we're about ready to get set for the bottom of the second inning of play as Birdsong gets back to work for Bradley. Now staring in at Katie Wagner, the sophomore third baseman for Southern Illinois. Good pitch there, cuts the inside corner. 0-1 the count on Wagner. Wagner coming in, sporting an average over 300. She had a pretty good game, pair of games yesterday, went 2 for 3, drew a walk. As that pitch catches the outside corner, is good job by Birdsong to hit both sides of the plate, and the count quickly 0-2 on Katie. Wagner also had a couple of sacrifice bunts yesterday, so she did everything in that game. That pitch is high and no problems there laying off from Wagner. The count is at 1-2. Reminder, this game is being streamed live video on the Athletics website. You can sign up there as we have a new 4-camera setup for you this year. A swing and a ground ball to shortstop. Wagner's hustling over to first, throw just in time to beat Katie, and there's one away here in the top of the second. And that'll bring up number 8, Jamie Walmsley, who had herself a heck of a day yesterday. 3 RBIs, including a monstrous 2-run shot to get the Saluki started in game 2. And also had an RBI to tack on an insurance run in game 1. So Walmsley certainly on a hot streak right now with the bat, and she'd love to continue that today. Birdsong gets the signs. And here's the wind in the pitch. Catches the inside corner. Good pitch by Birdsong. Walmsley watches it go by. Strike 1, 0-1 the count. And we'll get back to those other Missouri Valley Conference scores. We said Creighton beat Missouri State 1-0 and 10-2 yesterday as the pitch is grounded to third base, just foul. Foul by inches, and Walmsley will be behind in the count 0-2. Other scores report. Northern Illinois State and Northern Iowa really had a bit of a slugfest. Illinois State won both 11-8 and 12-4. 11 home runs in the 2 games combined from the 2 teams. As that was certainly a good case of offensive firepower. As here comes the 0-2 pitch to Walmsley. It's high, and she lays off of it. 1-2 the count. Evansville and Indiana State split their games. Both games were at 2-1. Evansville won the opener, and then Indiana State came straight back and beat Evansville. And Wichita State beat Drake 8-0 in 5 innings and 5-3. As that pitch just low, as that count would be even at 2-2 now. So Southern coming into today with a 4-way tie atop the Missouri Valley Conference with Creighton, Illinois State, and Wichita State. And here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way from Birdsong. Up high, and good job by Walmsley to lay off once again, and she works an 0-2 count full, trying to get aboard here with 1 out in the bottom of the second. Birdsong gets the signs. Here's the pitch. Walmsley does a good job, fouls it off, goes way behind home plate, and if that's not careful, might hit a car in the parking lot as she got all of that one, but fouled it straight back. 3-2 the count remains on Walmsley. Birdsong taking her time. Now she's ready, and now Walmsley steps back into the batter's box. And Birdsong rocks and fires, and Walmsley gets all of that. That's going to be popped up though in the left field. Is it going to get out of play? Yes, it will. That gets out of play into the Saluki dugout down the third baseline, and the count once again remains full at 3-2. Walmsley's, if we get a new ball here on the field, Walmsley's stepping in. And now we're set and ready to resume play. Walmsley coming in with an average of about 300. A couple home runs and over 10 RBIs on the season so far. And swing and a miss on that one. Good pitch by Birdsong. Kept the ball low, and Walmsley swung through it, and there are 2 away here in the bottom of the second. And the last chance in the inning is Becky Wegman. As we've mentioned several times before, she's the older sister of the 2 Wegman twins, or the Wegman sisters, and the other Wegman sister happens to be sitting right behind her catching for Bradley. It's the first series meeting between the 2 sisters. Becky won the battle yesterday as she went 2 for 5 compared to 1 for 4 from her sister Miriam, and the Salukis won both games. As that pitch is high, good job by Becky to lay off, and the count is at 2-0. Wegman, a stellar shortstop defensively for the Salukis, and her offensive game has really picked up at the start of this season. It's been a big addition to the Saluki lineup. As a 2-0 pitch goes across, and Wegman is looking all the way, and the count is now at 2-1. couldn't ask for a completely different weather change, at least temperature-wise. Yesterday was completely overcast and right around freezing. Today is about 60 degrees and very few clouds in the skies, and the sun is out, and it's much more pleasant experience, I am sure, for these players out on the field. It's a lot more fun to play a game when you don't have to worry about staying warm, as 2-1 pitch is just low. Good job by Wegman to lay off that pitch. Looked like the pitch swerved away, and she did a good job to lay off, and the count is at 3-1 now. Birdsong's delivery on the way. Caught the corner, and the count is full. Good job by Birdsong to nibble at the corner still and get a called strike on a hitter's pitch. Didn't give Wegman anything good to hit, and now the count will be full. And rocking and firing is Birdsong inside. Great location there. She caught the corner and gets a called third strike on Becky Wegman, and that will retire the side. We're going to go to the top of the third. 1-0 Southern Illinois over Bradley. And we are back at Charlotte West Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, about ready to get started for the top of the third as Salukis continue play. Cassidy Scoggins back on the mound. She struck out 4 straight, including all 3 in the last inning, so let's see if she can continue that hot streak here. Here's the first pitch on the way. That's low, taken for a ball. Leading off the inning for Bradley is number 9, their shortstop Meister. Following will be Clack, 13, their designated player for the game, as the pitch is swung and fouled back. Count at 1-1 now, and Ramsey, the center left fielder, will bat 9th, or 3rd in the inning, 9th overall. And then if anything gets going, Miriam Wegman, the catcher, will be batting. And so here's the 1-1 pitch on the way from Cassidy. Swing and a miss by Meister there, and she is behind in the count once again, 1-2. Cassidy's done a great job last game in getting ahead of hitters, and she's done it again today. And here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way, inside, and missing the target there, but good pitch by Cassidy, not giving a good pitch to hit there on a 1-2 count. Don't want to give up a good pitcher's count there, and count's still even at 2-2. Cassidy stares in and gets the signs. Here's the pitch, inside once again for a ball, 3-2, so the count worked full by the Bradley shortstop. Meister taking her time. And Cassidy's now set on the mound. And here's the pitch. Just missed with that pitch, and the Bradley Braves have their first base runner of the game. Cassidy tried a little bit of movement. I believe a drop ball on that pitch, but Meister had a great eye to watch that. And now Bradley's got a runner on first with nobody out here in the top of the third. Cassidy, first runner she's allowed on base. And now coming to bat is Clack. And the pitch on the way to Clack. She bunts it foul down the first base line. 0-1 the count. Clack getting her first at-bat of the series. She pitched a little bit yesterday in the 9-0 loss for Bradley. Do not believe she has hit yet, and here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to her. Upstairs, just missed. Crowd a little bit anxious about that call, as you might have heard their groans down there, and the count is even at 1-1. Cassidy gets set, is stepping back in is Clack. Here is the 1-1 pitch, and Clack got a piece of that. Foul down the first base line and out of play for a 1-2 count. Cassidy again ahead of the hitters. Cassidy set. This assigns from the catcher Clifton, and Roxton fires just the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled down the first baseline. Great job to stay alive by Clack. Cassidy getting signs once again. She looks in. Here is the 1-2 pitch on the way inside and low. 2-2 the count on Clack here. She'll get set once again and go to work with count now even at 2-2. And here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to second. That could be two. Garza bobbles it, and she has to hurry to get it to first in time for the out. Does get the out at first, but a bobble may have cost a double play there, at least a force out at second base. But at least Salukie's got one out, and now there's a runner on second with one out for the 9-hitter Ramsey. And now we're going to have a pinch runner come in for Bradley.
Running at second base, number 7, Creighton.
That is number 7, Creighton, for the Braves. She pinch ran yesterday. Trying to get some more speed on the base and try to tie this up. If you're Coach Buddy Foster or Bradley, haven't scored a run yet in 12, 13, 14 innings of play now in this series. So he'd like to get something across, and maybe if Bradley can get one run across, they'll be able to get their offensive flow going, as I'm sure their confidence could be a little bit hampered right now as that pitch misses for a ball to Ramsey. 1-0 the count. Becky Wegman comes in and gives a little bit of encouragement to Cassidy, and now we're set to resume play. Cassidy, the 1-0 pitch on the way, swing and a foul straight back in the screen. That is a lot of contact on that ball. Fortunately for Southern, she just fouled it straight back and evens the count up at 1-1. One out here in the top of the third. Score 1-0 Southern Illinois. There's a runner on second for Bradley, however, as Cassidy tries to work out of a little bit of a jam. And that won't help as she pegs the hitter in the arm, and Ramsey will be aboard with one out. Now there's runners on first and second for the top of the lineup. Coming up now is Wegman. And they're going to make sure runner over on first is okay. I believe she is. And now Coach Blaylock coming out to calm down her senior pitcher, Cassidy. As you see some action in the Saluki bullpen. Ashley Hamby warming up right now for Southern. She came on in relief of Cassidy yesterday, pitched 1 inning, perfect, and got the save, and then came straight back and gave up just 1 hit for a 5-inning shutout win. But it looks like Cassidy will be okay for right now, and she'll get ready to resume play here with runners on first and second, and one out here in the top of third, trying to keep the Salukis up by 1. And stepping in is Wegman. Cassidy rocks and fires, and that is grounded. Good job to jam the hitter in Wegman. And the count now at 0-1. Stepping back in is Wegman. And Cassidy is set. Here is the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul. Ooh. Sends a message to the Saluki dugout as they are forced to jump out of the way there as that ball jumped up near the Saluki dugout, but it's just a foul ball, and the count is now 0-2 on Miriam Wegman. 0-2 pitch from Scoggins, way outside for a ball, 1-2. Trying to get Wegman to chase. Wegman faked the bunt and then pulled back and took that for a called ball. Cassidy working a little slower than usual. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout by Cassidy Scoggins. And that's her 5th of the game as she gets back on track here. And she's 1 out away from getting out of a minor jam in the top of the third. Runner still on first and second, however, with 2 outs. And that'll bring out Cooney, center fielder for Bradley here. And here's the first pitch to Cooney. Catches the outside corner. That's more like the Cassidy Scoggins we've seen in the past couple games. She bites on the outside corner for a called strike, and the count at 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way, way outside for a ball. High as well, and the count even at 1-1. Cassidy, here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss inside. Could not lay off was Cooney as she missed everything, and Cassidy Scoggins is 1 strike away from keeping Southern up by 1. as she gets the signs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. Foul. And we'll do it all again. 1-2, 2 outs here. Runners on first and second for Bradley. No damage done yet. Cassidy Stoll's not allowed a hit in the game. However, a walk and a hit by pitch have done the damage thus far. And Cassidy will stare in. Get the signs. Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Just missed outside. Good job to not go after that was Cooney, laying off a 2-strike pitch, and the count is even now at 2-2. Faking bunt is Cooney, and now she pulls back. Catches the inside corner. Great pitch by Scoggins, and she works out of a minor jam. That's 6 strikeouts, and the Salukis still lead 1-0. We're going to the bottom of the third. And we are back here for the bottom of the third. Crystal Stein going to lead things off. She comes into the game with a 194 average and 4 RBIs. However, that average is skyrocketing upwards as she was down around 040 coming into the tournament down in Florida last weekend, as she only had 1 hit going into that. She now has 7 on the season as she slaps that one foul over the press box where I'm sitting in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Crystal hit over 400 in conference play last year, and she had a 2-run triple yesterday, and we'd like to see her continue her success. Obviously, is some confidence issues perhaps earlier in the season. As slaps that one. Is that going to get down? That is deep into right center field. That is going to drop in for a base hit. Crystal Stein stops at second base, held up by Coach Blaylock. Good job there. But Crystal Stein continues her recent she continues to refine her stroke as she crushed that one into the right center field gap. No chance for either fielder to make a play, and she is on for the leadoff hit as there's a runner on second here with nobody out top of the lineup. Coming up now, Alicia Garza. And coming out to talk strategy is Marion Wegman. Try to calm down Birdsong to minimize the damage here for Bradley. Garza coming into today sporting a team-leading average of 383, has a pair of home runs on the season, 15 RBIs, also 3 steals, tied for the team lead with 2 triples, and leads the team with 9 doubles. And she is just a freshman. You can only imagine what she could do as time goes on. She fakes the bunt. That pitch misses inside, however. 1-0 the count on Garza. To follow her will be Tiffany Dismore and then Lauren Haas. Should anything continue to go on, you'll see Amanda Clifton and potentially Katie Wilson. Garza the pitch as she lays off that one with the bunt, and the count. Pitch is low. 2-0 the count on Garza. Gets the signs over there from Coach Blaylock what to do. She's been looking to bunt, but hasn't got a pitch to lay down yet. She's also tied for the team lead in sacrifice bunts as she tries to bunt that one, but fouls it off, and the count is 2-1 on Alicia. Getting the signs over there at second base is Crystal Steinell to see what Garza might be doing, and Garza gets to look at the pitch, and she lays a bunt down there. It's a good one, and Stein will be over at third base, no problems. Garza now moves all by herself in the team lead of sacrifice bunts, and there's a runner on third, and Crystal Stein with just 1 out here. And now the 2-3 hitters coming up. Now Tiffany Dismore coming up to the plate. Coming into the game today, she was hitting .262 with 1 home run, 8 RBIs, 5 steals, perfect on stealing attempts. And we'll see what she can do here with the runner on third and just one out, trying to extend a 1-0 Saluki lead. Takes a pitch. Good pitch by Birdsong there as it hit the outside corner. And the count will be 0-1 on Dismore. Lauren Hawes awaits on deck. She has the lone RBI of the game so far. But let's see if Dismore can knock in a run ahead of her. Swing and a drive. That's popped up in the right field, but that should do the job for a sacrifice fly. Caught in right field. And the throw to the plate has no chance whatsoever, as beating it home is Crystal Stein, and a sacrifice fly by Tiffany Dismore. She got under that and gave it a good ride to right field, as it was caught near the warning track by the right fielder for Bradley and Kaluski, and she had no chance to throw out the speedy Crystal Stein from third base, and the Salukis extend their lead to 2-0 here in the bottom of the third. And Lauren Hawes now stepping in with nobody on and 2 outs. Pitch to Lauren. Catches the inside corner. Good pitch there by Birdsong as a curveball as it snuck back in and nibbled on the plate, and the count is at 0-1 on the junior first baseman out of Bremerton, Washington. Here's the pitch on the way, down low for ball 1. We'd like to remind you this is being broadcast live video stream on Saluki Vision, as you can sign up for that on the athletic website, as well as you could send us your emails to SIU softball 2007 at yahoo.com. The 1-1 pitch to Lauren is popped up to second base, and that should be an easy play, and it is made by the second baseman Wilson, and that will retire the side. But not before the Salukis strike again. Another run off of a sacrifice fly. Rally was started by a Crystal Stein double, and the Salukis take a 2-0 lead into the fourth. And we are back here at sunny Charlotte West Stadium here. A beautiful day here on a Sunday as we're in the middle of the final game of series play for Southern Illinois and Bradley. Southern took the first 2 games yesterday by scores of 2-0 and 9-0, and currently lead Bradley 2-0 here as we move to the top of the 4th inning. Pitching has been extremely good for the Salukis during the series, as they have only allowed a combined 5 hits in now 2 and nearly 2.5 games. Scoggins continues to work on a no-hitter here today. She has only allowed a walk and hit by pitch through 4. Now, great play by Katie Wagner over at third. Snagged that ball right by the bag, and a strong throw across on the first pitch. And retired is the second hitter, or the first hitter of the inning there. That was Wilson, the 3-hitter, and she's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a ground out to third, and that will bring up Musgrove, who also struck out in her first at-bat. Takes a call for a strike over the outside corner. Scoggins back into her traditional form after struggling earlier in this, to start the season. She came into today with a 2.19 ERA, sporting a record of 8-3 as that pitch is fouled down right field line and out of play. So the count is at 0-2. She also has a couple saves on the year, 1 shutout, 7 complete games among her 11 starts, and coming in with 84 strikeouts in 80 innings. She's certainly upped her strikeout ratio so far today, as she has 6 as that pitch is fouled back into the net, as the count remains at 0-2. Cassidy being very aggressive going after the hitter on 0-2. Stares in and gets the sign from Clifton, the senior catcher, and here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, and strikeout number 7. They could be running out of T-shirts here soon up here. If you did not know, the tradition is throw a T-shirt into the crowd every time a Saluki strike out an opposing hitter, as that is the 7th on the day for Cassidy, as she continues to mow down Bradley hitters. 2 away in the bottom of the 4th. Pitch taken outside, check swing by Kowalewski, and the count is 1-0. Salukis pitchers came into today with 185 strikeouts through 177 innings pitched, as that pitch is fouled back in the screen. And so now they're working that total strikeouts to near 200. They're just 8 short of striking out 200 opposing hitters on the year. And here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way, well outside and in the dirt. 2-1 the count, excuse me. If you look at these stats across the board, Salukis really just outdo their opponents. Batting .286 on the season compared to .196 for their opponents. And stats just speak wonders. The pitching for the Salukis has been fantastic on the year, as that pitch is fouled just over the head of Katie Wagner. And the count is even at 2-2 now. Salukis have a trio of very good pitchers. Ashley Hamby and Cassidy Scoggins, of course, the 2 anchors of the staff. But Katie McNamara, who doesn't pitch often, still has a .75 ERA on the year. She's pitched 9 1/3 innings, just giving up with the 1 run. She's certainly done well in limited time. Pitch is cross for a strike, swing and a miss, and strikeout number 8 on the day for Scoggins, just through 4 as well. As we'll go to the bottom of the 4th now, Salukis still hold that 2-0 lead.
Catcher Amanda Clifton.
And we're back here at Charlotte West Stadium. Leading off the inning for the Salukis will be Amanda Clifton. Just a reminder, coming up at 1:30 Central Time, the men's basketball team for Southern Illinois takes on Virginia Tech in an attempt to move on to the Sweet 16. Here, the Southern Illinois is ranked in the top 15 in the nation. They'd love to continue their season today. So be sure and watch that game. It'll be broadcast CBS pretty much across the entire nation. So if you don't have anything to do after listening to the softball game, go ahead and cheer on your men's basketball team. First pitch to Clifton is a strike, 0-1, and then she takes a bad cut at that one. Tried to hold up but couldn't, as the pitch was low and in the dirt, and quickly falling behind 0-2 is the senior catcher Clifton. Clifton coming into today, sporting an average of .267 as a homer and 12 RBI. She fouls that one straight at the dugout, an absolute shot, as that will be a foul ball, so we'll do it all over again at 0-2. Clifton has 5 doubles and a home run among her 16 hits on the year. Also very apt at laying down the sacrifice bunt, as are all the Salukis. It's another stat that really stands out. 38 sacrifice hits to just 21 for their opponents. Is across the board, every Saluki hitter really has laid down a sacrifice bunt this year already. An absolutely outstanding stat. Saluki certainly can play small balls. The 0-2 pitch again is way in the dirt, and no problems there laying off for Clifton, as the count now 1-2. Yeah, Salukis like to do the small things. They have 10 more steals than their opponents on the year, the 17 more sacrifices. They have walked 90 times compared to 34 of their opponents coming into today, but they can also do the big stuff, as they have 24 home runs and 34 doubles compared to, and 4 triples compared to just a total of 38 extra base hits for their opponents, where the Salukis have 62. And here's the 1-2 pitch to Clifton. Good pitch there across the heart of the plate, and Clifton watches it go by for strike 3, as she is down on strikes. And that'll bring up Katie Wilson, the outstanding freshman from Alton, Illinois, the right fielder who's done it all, with the highlight reel defensively of the year probably yesterday, as she crashed into the right field wall while making the catch over her shoulder. But in addition to that, she came into today with a .250 average, 7 home runs, which leads the team, 16 RBIs, 9 of her 17 hits are for extra bases. She leads the team with 9 steals, and she takes a big cut at that and misses, and the count now to 1-2. 1-1, excuse me. as she stares at a 1-1 pitch. Nobody on here in the bottom of the fourth. Takes a cut and fouls that off the plate. And the count will move to 1-2 now on Wilson. And here's a pretty good stat here. The Salukis have yet to ground into a double play this year. Through 26 games, no double plays. Outstanding as Wilson takes a cut at that, but good change of pace there for Birdsong, and Wilson is down on strikes. Second strikeout of the inning for Birdsong, and Katie Wagner, the last chance for the Salukis of the inning. If she gets anything going, Walmsley will follow her. Wagner stares in, Birdsong gets the signs, winds and fires, and pitches high and tight for a ball. 1-0 the count on Katie. Katie came into today sporting an average of .329, 5 homers, 16 RBIs, a stolen base as well. Also a pair of doubles. That pitch is upstairs, but called for a strike. 1-1 the count on Wagner. Wagner also really improving her defense. She struggled over at first base this year, but moved to third for this season and has done an outstanding job defensively over at third base. And the 1-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Ooh, she got a tiny piece of it. Foul ball back by Wagner. And the count now at 1-2 on the sophomore third baseman. She's from Mount Vernon, Illinois. An outstanding athlete in cross country, track, basketball, volleyball, and softball at her school. She swings and fouls it off her foot as the count remains at 1-2. Her sister is also at Southern Illinois on the cross country team. It's just an outstanding athletic family, as Katie herself was all-state in cross-country and track as well, but chose softball, and sure the Saluki softball team is certainly glad she has. 1-2 pitch on the way to Wagner, upstairs for a ball. Good job to lay off of it by Wags. And the count now at 2-2. 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Nobody on. Salukis leading 2-0 over the Bradley Braves of Peoria, Illinois. Staring in, Birdsong taking her time, rocks and fires, swing and a miss, and she strikes out the side. And the Salukis are down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going to go to the top of the fifth inning. Salukis still lead 2-0. Welcome back to Charlotte West Stadium, ladies and gentlemen. We have a quick substitution. Jamie Walmsley now coming in to do the catching. Amanda Clifton will switch to the designated player spot as Walmsley's about ready to get set to catch Scoggins.
Number 5, Katie Dammer.
Coming in to hit now for Bradley on substitution on their part as well. Dammer coming in to hit for the Braves. As trying to switch up the lineup here as the first pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count on Dammer, a lefty hitter. She replaces Clack in the lineup as she fouls that pitch down the line and out of play for a strike. 1-1 the count now on Dammer. Salukis trying to complete a series sweep to open Missouri Valley Conference play. They took both yesterday by scores of 2-0 and 9-0. Currently lead this one by 2-0 as well. 1-1 pitch on the way outside. Caught the corner. Strike by Cassidy Scoggins. Trying to continue to rack up those Ks. She has 8 through 4, and she'd love to continue pushing that number upwards. 1-2 count here as Dammer steps back in. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way from Scoggins. Swing, and a good job by Dammer to catch a piece of that. Fouls it back into the screen. Reminder, these games are being broadcast on Saluki Vision. You may sign up for that on the Athletic website. Watch the live video streaming online. We've got 4 cameras set up this year. Thad Jackson's done an extremely good job with it, and he gives you certainly a great view if you're not able to attend the games yourselves of how the games go on. Also, you can send us emails at siusoftball2007.com. Allow us to know how the Saluki Vision looks, or comments on the broadcasting or whatever, as that pitch is fouled down the line as the count is at 2-2. And we'd love to hear from you from wherever you are from. Stepping in now, Dammer's doing a good job in her first at-bat of the day at 2-2, trying to get aboard, start a rally for the Braves, who have yet to get a hit in this game. And that pitch bounced about 5 feet in front of the plate as the count worked full. The 3-2 pitch on the way from Scoggins to Dammer. Swing and a foul back again. We'll do it all again. Dammer with an extremely good at-bat here, making Scoggins throw a ton of pitches. Here to try to record the first out of the inning. Scoggins hasn't allowed a hit yet, but she has allowed a walk and a hit by pitch. And again, foul back by Dammer. This is a clinic of how to stay alive in that bat, fouling off pitch after pitch from the senior pitcher for Southern. She's giving Southern a taste of their own medicine. Southern likes to foul pitches off and be patient in the count and make pitchers work. Well, Dammer is doing the exact same thing to Cassidy. And that pitch is looped foul and just out of the reach of Katie Wagner. A very good effort by Wagner to dive after that one, but it was just flared a little too far. And once again, foul, 3-2 the count. Cassidy stares into Walmsley, gets her signs. 3-2 pitch again, on the way, swing and foul, back over the screen. We'll do it once again as that ball thuds down on the top of the press box. And this at-bat is now reached over 10 pitches, actually at 10 pitches, so Dammer done a very good job of making Cassidy work just to get the first out of the inning. Great pinch hit at that for Dammer, whether she gets on or not. Swing and a miss, and Cassidy wins the battle in the end. Swing and a miss by Dammer. There's strikeout number 9 on the day for Cassidy, so she wins the battle in the end. It was certainly a great at-bat by Dammer, but in the end, still nobody on base, and Cassidy strikes out her 9th of the game. Scoggins staring in, getting the signs from Walmsley. Here's the first pitch on the way. Ground ball. And Garza handles that easily as Ramsey retired on the first pitch. Much shorter at bat that time. And there's 2 away now in the top of the 5th inning. And there's a switch in the order in the lineup. Actually, Clack's still in the order. She'll be batting now. It's actually Meister who grounded out, not Ramsey. Here's Clack. Now hitting is swinging a ground ball to second baseman. Great job by Garza. Handle it and throws across after the long first at bat, 2 1-pitch outs. And Southern still continues. No hitter still intact through 5 for Cassidy. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Southern still leading 2-0. And we are back here at Charlotte West Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to start the bottom of the 5th inning. Stepping in is Jamie Walmsley for Southern. Following her will be Becky Wegman and Crystal Stein. Southern trying to extend a 2-0 lead currently over Bradley. Birdsong's only allowed 2 hits, but both those hits have had a part in the Saluki scoring runs as Wamsley fouls that down the third baseline. Good cut there by the sophomore catcher. And as we'll wait, Birdsong gets the ball back, and Wamsley will step back in. And takes her time here digging in. Takes a few practice swings, and we're ready to resume play. Birdsong here, ready, set. Takes plenty of time getting the sign in, and Wamsley will step out. Call time. Reminder, this game being broadcast live video streaming on Saluki Vision, which can be found on the Athletics website. Sign up today if you haven't already, as well as send us some emails at SIU Softball 2007 at yahoo.com. As Wamsley takes a cut, just gets a piece of it and fouls it, and now behind in the count, 0-2. Wamsley stares in at Birdsong. Birdsong getting the count, or the signs rather, and pitch way outside and in the dirt. No problems there for Wamsley holding off. She looks over, gets the signs from her coach, Carrie Blaylock, the 8th-year head coach, but she's been here much longer as an assistant, one of only 2 head coaches in Southern Illinois history. Both have had fantastic tenures, and Coach Blaylock certainly done her part as Wamsley rips that one foul down the line. Count remains at 1-2. As it mentioned, once again, Coach Blaylock's former assistant, Buddy Foster, the rival coach now in Bradley, in his 2nd year as the Braves head coach. First meeting between the two, as last year's series was rained out. Coach Blaylock had nothing but praise for Coach Foster in the post-game interview yesterday. Says it's very hard to be on the other sideline, or the other dugout rather, as someone she's been so close with over the years. But she wishes Buddy the best of luck. And you can imagine Bradley will probably be her favorite team in the MVC outside of course, her own Salukis, as Wamsley fouls that one down the third base line, staying alive here with the 2-2 count. Birdsong, just a sophomore, she is certainly a tremendous pitcher. Coach Blaylock said she could be one of the best pitchers in the Missouri Valley Conference this year as Wamsley fouls that one into the screen behind home plate. Great cut once again as she stays alive, kind of giving Bradley a taste of their own medicine. And when the pinch hitter Dammer in last inning had a 10-pitch at bat before 11-pitch at bat before finally striking out to Cassidy Scoggins. And here's the 2-2 pitches. Scoggins fouls it off again. So maybe it's just the first at bat of the 5th inning for both these teams is the magical sign or whatever, as both teams have had 2 fantastic at bats. We'll see if Salukis can make something of it. 2-2 pitch on the way. High and outside. Took something off of that from Birdsong, but she missed with it, and Wamsley works the count from 0-2 to 3-2. Full count here with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning here, trying to extend a 2-0 Salukis lead. Swing and foul back by Wamsley, so another pitch fouled off, and Salukis show their toughness once again in the batter's box. Great fundamentals from these Saluki hitters. Frustrating the pitchers, I'm sure, as Birdsong has already been out there quite a long time between the other innings, and she could be facing another one. As Wamsley fouls it off down the third base line, staying alive at 3-2. Just got a piece of that, but she got a piece of it. And that's what matters. Is that was a tough pitch inside from Birdsong. It would have been a called 3rd strike, but Wamsley did a good job getting the bat on the ball and pushing it foul. Birdsong, here's the rock in the fire. Inside, and she chased the pitch out of the strike zone, but good at bat from Wamsley. But she is retired on strikes for the first out of the bottom of the 5th inning, and that'll bring up Becky Wegman, the shortstop for Southern Illinois. Crystal Stein waiting on deck if anything gets going for Southern. Alicia Garza will come up to bat, as well as potentially Tiffany Dismore. Becky Wegman waits the pitch, and she gets under that, and that'll be popped up. Shortstop giving chase, settles under it, and out. Catch made down the left field line for the 2nd out. A quick out there by Becky Wegman, and now stepping in is Crystal Stein, who scored the last Saluki run, got the inning started her last at bat with a double into the gap, and then a sacrifice bunt by Garza and a RBI sacrifice fly by Tiffany Dismore later gave the Southern Illinois their 2nd run of the game. She's trying to get a 2-out rally started here. She steps in with nobody on in 2 outs. And the pitch to Crystal as she slaps that That's gonna be caught, settle under by the second baseman,
No runs,
Wilson.
no
No
hits,
runs, no hits, no
errors.
errors in this inning as we'll move to the top of the sixth inning. Southern still leading 2-0.
2-0 lead to the sixth.
As we return to Southern Illinois' Charlotte West Stadium here for the top of the sixth inning, stepping in is Ramsey to lead off the inning. The left fielder for Bradley will be followed by Marion Wegman, the catcher, and Cooney, the center fielder. As Cassidy Scoggins steps on the plate, or the mound rather, and first pitch across just misses low for a ball, 1-0. Scoggins working on a no-hitter so far today. And here comes the 1-0 delivery, swing and a foul back into the right field screen. 1-1 the count on Ramsey. And during the next break, we have an email from the Haas family. We'll get that to you as the 1-1 pitch on the way from Scoggins. Ground ball to second base. Slow upper to Garza, and she throws across for the easy out. And one retired here in the top of the sixth. Scoggins continues to cruise through the lineup, and Marion Wegman now will try her hand at the plate. She got a hit in her first game against Southern back in the 2-0 loss yesterday, but she has been 0 for since, trying to get something going here in the top of the sixth with one out against Scoggins. Just the pitch, inside and low, ball one. 1-0 the count on Wegman. Cassidy taking her time here, working slowly with trying to get through here as she's got a 1-0 count on the younger Wegman sister. And the pitch down low for a ball, 2-0 the count on Marion as Cassidy steps off, trying to scan her composure, throw some strikes here, and continue to work through this Bradley lineup. 2-0 count, pitch on the way, and misses inside for a ball, and falling behind is Cassidy at 3-0. And Marion Wegman will probably be taking all the way here on a 3-0 count. But you never know, when your bats haven't been going like this, you might try to swing at a 3-0 pitch, but she lets this one go by. Actually, Wegman thought she had a ball there, but it's called a strike on the inside corner, and the count is at 3-1 from Cassidy as she'll continue to work on the younger Wegman sister. Here's the pitch on the way, swing, and that's a flare into left field, but settled under nicely by Dismore, and there's one away in the top of the sixth, two away in the top of the sixth inning. Cassidy Scoggins continues to mull through them, fighting back from a 3-0 count to retire the younger Wegman sister, and Cooney will be the last hope for Bradley in the top of the sixth inning. There'll be a pinch hitter now as stepping in to the plate, number 22, that is Louise from Bradley, as she'll try to get her hand here. She's a freshman for Bradley, so just trying to shake things up. Maybe the old bats weren't working, so we'll try to get a new player in there, and maybe they'll get the bat on the ball, try to break up this current no-no by Cassidy Scoggins. First pitch on the way is up high for ball one. 1-0 the count on the Lit. Good eye by the Lit on the first one, and Scoggins rocks and fires the 1-0 pitch. Also high for a ball. 2-0 the count now on the freshman backup catcher. She is a catcher listed on the roster here. And the pitch across for a strike. Good pitch there by Scoggins. And Lloyd was taking all the way, and the count is at 2-1 right now. Scoggins stares in, gets the signs. Here's the pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner. Great pitch by Scoggins, fighting back from 2-0 down and evens the count up at 2-2. She continues to work well on the hitters. Gets the signs from Walmsley. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a foul down the right field line. Flared out of play and out of the reach of all the fielders. Lauren Haas goes over, retrieves the ball, and throws it back to Scoggins, who is one strike away from continuing a no-hitter through 6 innings. Scoggins looks in, gets the signs from Walmsley. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. Strikeout number 10 for Scoggins. We're going to move to the bottom of the 6th inning. Scoggins 3 outs away from a no-hitter. The Salukis leading 2-0. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the bottom of the 6th inning. The email from the Haas family is in. They wish the best of luck to the Dogs. They're showing that the Dogs have a great day again. They wish luck to the men's team as they play. They'll be tipping off very shortly against Virginia Tech and a chance to move on to the Sweet 16 as Alicia Garza fouls the first pitch off on the plate. They also send their best wishes to their daughter, Lauren, as she had the RBI hit to open the scoring for the Salukis in the bottom of the 1st inning. And they also send their best wishes to Buddy Foster, the head coach. That's a swing and a drive down the line by Garza. Oh my goodness, foul by 2 feet as that bounced in front of the wall. It was very close to an RBI double, but just a long strike in the end. 0-2 count on Garza. Send their best wishes to Buddy Foster, the 2nd-year head coach for Bradley, the former assistant of Southern. And they also will be down here for the SEMO Southeastern Missouri game as well as the Drake series in a couple of weeks, so we look forward to seeing them then as we'll continue play here as Alicia Garza takes the ball high. 1-2 the count here. On deck is Tiffany Dismore. Lauren Haas is the scheduled 3rd hitter, and she would be followed by Amanda Clifton in the order. Birdsong here trying to keep the game close as the 1-2 pitch just misses outside. That looked like a pretty good pitch, but good eye by Garza as that pitch just misses for a ball. 2-2 the count now on the freshman second baseman from Lafayette, Indiana. Salukis have just 2 hits in the game, but 2 runs, and when the other team doesn't get any hits, 2 hits generally is quite solid as that pitch way outside and high. 3-2 count now on Garza, trying to get a board here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Salukis trying to move to 21-6 on the season here as Garza fouls off a 3-2 pitch and fights that one off, and the count remains at 3-2. Coach Blaylock came into this series 11-3 career against Bradley. She's looking to push that to 14-3. Also now 8-0 in Missouri Valley Conference openers as she won yesterday and continues her hot streak against the Missouri Valley Conference. She leads Missouri Valley Conference coaches in wins over the past 7 years, and this year included, so 7.5 years. As Garza takes that pitch outside for a ball, and she'll reach with the leadoff walk. 1-0 the count, one on, nobody out, and now Tiffany Dismore stepping in for the Salukis of Southern Illinois, trying to add on an insurance run. Not that the way Cassidy's been pitching, she'll need it, but it's always nice as Garza faked the steal attempt, but will retreat back and count, and the pitch goes across for a strike to Dismore. 0-1 the count to Tiffany. Lauren Haas waiting in the on-deck circle for Southern. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Tiffany as she swings in, cracked to second base. No chance to get Garza at second, and throw to first base by Wilson in time, but Dismore is as good as a sacrifice bunt, moving the runner over to scoring position, and there's a runner on second with one out for Lauren Haas. Same situation as actually what happened in the first inning when the Southern Illinois Salukis scored their first run. Garza reaches the walk. Dismore moves over to second, and then Haas ripped a single to center field for an RBI. Let's see if she can do it again. It would be her fourth RBI in conference play. She hacks that one foul down the third baseline, which would be the team leading RBIs in conference play. She's currently tied in first with Jamie Walmsley with 3 in conference play. Lauren Haas recovering nicely from a foot injury she received in the tournament in Columbus, Georgia, where she received a wicked line shot off of her foot and then fouled the ball off of it the next day. She fouls that one back behind the plate, just got a piece of it, and is behind the count 0-2. And Lauren getting set here, stepping in. Reminder, this game is shown on Saluki Vision, which can be found on the Athletics website. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a foul back in the backstop. Almost took off the head of the on-deck hitter, Clifton. But in the end, it's just a strike. 0-2, the count still on Lauren. She fights to stay alive here, trying to drive in Garza, who currently stands on second base. Southern leading 2-0 here in the bottom of the 6th. Trying to wrap up a series sweep of Bradley's. Swing and pop-up, foul behind home plate. We'll do it all again at 0-2, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Birdsong's worked pretty well, however, she hasn't gotten any offensive support. That's been the story of the series for Bradley. They haven't gotten any offensive support whatsoever, as the Southern Illinois pitchers have allowed just 5 hits so far. As Lauren, a line shot down the line, well foul. It went over the fence, but 20 feet foul. But good contact there by Haas, and staying alive again, still 0-2. Birdsong not wasting any pitches on a 0-2 count. She's going right after the hitter with ahead 0-2, but so far no harm as she continues to work on the junior first baseman out of Bremerton, Washington. And Haas will step out shortly and count and will step back in. Gets a quick stretch. The umpire brushes off home plate. Upcoming games is Southern Illinois will play the Missouri Tigers from Columbia in a non-conference matchup, and then next conference play will be against Missouri State. Here comes the pitch on the way as Haas fouls it out of play once again. Counter man hit 0-2. Yet another stellar at bat, fouling off pitch after pitch with 2 strikes from the Saluki hitters. Clifton awaits on deck. If one of these hitters can get something going, Katie Wilson could follow. Here's the pitch on the way. Up high to Haas, ball 1, 1-2 the count on Lauren. Lauren steps out and now steps back in. Birdsong gets the signs. Here she comes. She rocks and she fires. She's going to deliberate a little bit. Taking a long time in the batter's pitcher circle. Now she fires and swinging. Haas was way ahead of that pitch. Fortunately for her, just caught a piece of it and staying alive at 1-2. She was swinging all the way, but just caught a piece. I guess she missed it in the end. It looked like she took a piece of the ball. She might have just swung at a high pitch and it sailed over the catcher's hands. And she's retired on strikes. Kind of an odd strikeout there, but 2 outs now in the bottom of the 6th inning. Saluki's trying driving Garza over at second, and their final hope for the inning is Amanda Clifton, who was hitless on the day and fouls that one out down third baseline. Pop foul. Amanda's staring. Here's the pitch on the way from Birdsong. Catches a corner for a strike. Good pitch there from Birdsong as Clifton thought that was going to be a ball, but then it curved across for a strike, and the count is quickly 0-2. Birdsong trying to keep this game close, going to the top of the 7th, where Bradley will have their final chance at Cassidy. As Clifton laces that one down foul down the third baseline, staying ahead once again at 0-2, or staying alive rather at 0-2. Clifton waiting for the pitch from Birdsong, who stares in, gets the signs. Here she rocks in, fires in a swing, ground ball to third baseman. That should do it. And throw is across and in time to first. And Salukis strand a runner at second. But here we're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. Salukis leading 2-0. Cassidy 3 outs away from a no-no. Welcome back to Charlotte West Stadium here as we're getting ready to start the 7th inning of play. Cassidy Scoggins 3 outs away from a no-hitter and a shutout victory over the Bradley Braves. Stepping into the plate, however, is their 3-hitter, Elizabeth Wilson, who has a hit in both of the previous 2 games and looking to break up this no-hitter from Cassidy. First pitch is in the dirt and maybe a little inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count on Wilson. Cassidy's been very sharp today. She struck out 10 hitters as well as she's allowed a walk in, a hit by pitch. They're the only 2 base runners to get on for Bradley today, as they've really struggled to hit the ball in this series against Southern, as they got 4 hits in the first game, but only 1 in the second, and none so far today. That pitch misses down and in for ball 2. 2-0 the count on Wilson. Cassidy getting the signs. And here's the pitch on the way from Scoggins. Swinging a soft ground ball to second base. Quick throw across from Garza, and retired is the most dangerous hitter in the Bradley lineup. 2 outs away now from a victory for Southern, and now stepping in will be Musgrove from Bradley. And perhaps not, as she heads back to the dugout. Could be a pinch hit here by Coach Foster, as Musgrove was all but in the batter's box, but now Foster comes across and will bring in a pinch hitter here.
For the Braves, number 11, Jennifer Martin.
Number 11, Jennifer Martin for Bradley will be the pinch hitter. She pinch ran yesterday, but she did not have an at-bat, and she'll be the latest Bradley hitter to try to get a hit off of Scoggins, who's been flat out brilliant so far today. Here's the pitch on the way. Catches the outside corner for a strike. Good pitch there from Scoggins. Had some pretty good heat on it. And 0-1 the count on Martin. Here's the pitch now to Martin. In, down, and in for a ball. 1-1 the count now as she evens up. Good eye to lay off that inside pitch from Cassidy. Cassidy, the senior pitcher from Oklahoma. Working on yet another brilliant year as the 1-1 pitch. Catches the outside corner. Actually, that caught more to the heart of the plate. 4 strike 2, 1-2 the count now on Martin. Cassidy gets the signs. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swing, and good job by Martin to catch a piece of that, foul it back into the screen. 1-2 count now on Jennifer Martin. Cassidy gets the signs from Walmsley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 11 from Cassidy, and she is now 1 out away from a no-hitter. 11 strikeouts on the day. She has been brilliant thus far, and the final hope for the Bradley Braves is Kawaluski, as she steps in here with 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Down, Bradley trailing 2-0. She's just trying to get a bat on the ball and stay alive here. As that pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 the count on Kawaluski. Southern trying to move to 3-0 in Missouri Valley Conference play. As that ball pitches up and high for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Kawaluski, as Cassidy not given an easy pitch to hit. As now she works. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss by Kawaluski, and the count is 2-1. Good heat by Scoggins, and Kawaluski tried to pull the ball, but that pitch was too far outside and is a strike. So now 2 strikes away for Cassidy. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Outside and low for a ball. 3-1 now the count on Trish Kawaluski. And Cassidy's set. Here's the pitch on the way. And it's a ground to shortstop, handled well. Thrown across in time, and the no-hitter is complete. Cassidy Scoggins, your star of the day, has a great play by Becky Wegman, a tough hop, but she throws across for the final out, and Southern Illinois sweeps the Bradley Braves. Final score 2-0. Sluky scored on an RBI single by Lauren Haas, and a sacrifice fly by Tiffany Dismore, as Alicia Garza and Crystal Stein cross the plate in today's game. The final stats: Sluky's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors. Bradley, no runs, no hits, no errors. Cassidy Scoggins, a complete game shutout, as she pitches 13 scoreless innings in the 2 games. Southern wins 2-0, 9-0, 2-0, sweeps the Braves, moves to 21-6 on the season, 3-0 in Missouri Valley Conference play, as Bradley will fall to 11-6 and 0-3 in conference play. And we will stand by for just a minute as Coach Blaylock should be up in just a second to give her thoughts on the day. We'll be right back. And we're back here, just about to be momentarily joined by Coach Blaylock in the dugout, or in the press box, excuse me, as Southern Illinois enjoying a series sweep of the Bradley Braves, winning 2-0 yesterday, 9-0 in the second game, and then 2-0 today in the noon one, as Cassidy, Scoggins, and Ashley Hamby certainly the story here. Pitching-wise for Southern Illinois, as no hits allowed today. As we are now joined by Coach Blaylock here in the press box. Coach, obviously quickly, Cassidy had a fantastic performance. What did she do today that's been different as from earlier in the season when she struggled a little more?
Well, I think that she mixed up some things. I think they were wanting to sit on her curveball because that's what was working yesterday, and so we tried to throw a lot of their hitters inside, struck a few of them out, and then got some jam shots to our second baseman. She threw with a lot of confidence today. I told her I was ready to go with her again. Ashley would be ready if need be, and that's kind of how we'll be. We'll be a 1-2 punch and throw Mac in there too, and hopefully have some quality innings.
And then on the other side, the hitting side, Birdsong, you said would probably be a tough opposition for you. How key was it to get on her early and get those 2 early runs?
Well, I think we came to hit at the plate for 3 innings, and then you could see we had really bad at bats. I thought in the 4th inning and the 6th inning, and I told the kids we can't afford to do that, if we're allowing hits. And I think I told the kids we get a little bit of a ADD, a little attention deficit disorder every once in a while at the plate, where we lock in, we get runs, and then we shut down, and it's going to bite us in the rear end one of these times if we don't watch it, and we're going to have to really watch that. But I was proud of them. I mean, it's playing a team 3 times with the quality of our league is very hard to do, so I'll take any sweep anyway.
And then we talked about Coach Foster yesterday, the meeting between you two. How about the meeting between the 2 Wegman sisters? How did Becky handle that, playing against her sister for the first time?
I think they're used to it. I think they played on different club teams when they were younger, so they kind of are used to it. But Miriam does a really good job, and she's really stepped in for Buddy and done a great job catching, when that's really not her true position. So.
Yeah, and you got an upcoming game, I believe, against Missouri. Evansville, excuse me, this week, and then Missouri.
Right.
What are you looking for in those games?
Well, Evansville, they take on the demeanor of their coach. I mean, she's pretty rough. She gets after it. She's very competitive. A good friend of mine, and they take it on that demeanor. They're going to hit the ball. Their pitching will be a little suspect at times, and that's what we need to get on. But as far as their hitting, they're going to be ready to hit the ball and be very competitive. And then Mizzou's got a tremendous hitting team. They again struggle. When they struggle in the circle every once in a while. So, but I mean, they're going to be. I mean, they're top half of the Big 12. So it'll be a test.
Coach, congratulations! Another great win. 3-0 in conference play, 21-6 on the year.
Thank you.
Look forward to covering your games
during
the week.
Thank you.
And once again, that was Coach Blaylock of Southern Illinois as Salukis wrap up a season opening for Missouri Valley Conference sweep of the Bradley Braves from Peoria, Illinois. The first meeting between Coach Blaylock and her former assistant Buddy Foster, and Coach Blaylock comes out victorious as Salukis, as you heard, moved to 21-6 on the season. That'll do it for us here. We will be back with more Saluki softball action as the season progresses. We will certainly bring you the Missouri game. I believe we'll be bringing you the Evansville game as well as the week comes on, and that will do it for us here in the booth. As for me, Patrick Erickson, and for all the media production here at Southern Illinois, we would like to thank you for listening in, and we look forward to you listening in on future games as, once again, Salukis sweep the Braves and open the season 3-0 in the Missouri Valley Conference. So long, and have a good day, everyone.